one know if they're Irish? I mean, if you've been here, your family's been here from centuries. People always tell me my name isn't Irish, although my dad tells me it is.
Well, the only way you can tell if you're Irish is by your ancestors. You know, if you knew that they were from Ireland, or there was some of your ancestors were from Ireland. You can't tell by names in many, many cases. You see, when the English conquered Ireland, they tried to change the entire Gaelic culture by changing the names of the people, place names in the country. Names like Smith, Carter, Cooper are not Irish, but the people can be very Irish and have those names. So it's just really difficult to tell unless you know your lineage, you know, where your people came from. Right?
I understand for the past couple of years you've had an all-Irish tennis tournament, which is quite a bit of fun. What's going on with that this year?
Well, I co-sponsor a tennis tournament at Riverview Racket Club, a St. Patrick's Day tennis tournament that is open to the general public, of course, but it has an Irish-only need apply section in it, which means you've got to be of Irish descent to get in that. And that's really just a barrel of fun. We have more fun at that than you wouldn't believe.
Going back to some of the things you have here in your shop, you have some artwork by some local artists, I believe?
Mm-hmm. Sure. Over here we have, there's a painting of the Mountains of Mourne by Jerry Stoughton, and she also did Kevin's Kitchen. That's by Jerry Stoughton again.
We'll be back with more again from Dick O'Dowd tomorrow on Take 17.
This has been a public affairs presentation of WXMI TV 17. TV 17, Stick 17, with Nancy Shirey.
Patrick's Day is about to approach here this Sunday already. And here to gear us up for the festivities is Dick O'Dowd, a resident expert, and also the owner of the Irishman shop in Rockford. What do you have in your hand here?
Well, this is a traditional hand-knit woolen scarf made in Ireland. In Ireland, there's a tremendous cottage-type industry where women make things in their homes and sell them. This one, for an example, was made by Mary O'Donnell. She even put her name on it.
Do you make many trips to Ireland?
Well, we try to go once a year, Nancy, but at least every other year.
Okay. What is this belt in the background over here?
Well, this is a Chris belt, Chris, C-R-I-O-S, and it's just a traditional, brightly colored, hand-woven woolen belt that has been used in Ireland for centuries as a belt. Not anymore. Now it would probably be used as a camera strap or guitar strap, something like that. But again, it's handmade.
And what is the tradition behind the shamrock in the glass? I understand you have something special.
Well, we just did that to illustrate the old Irish custom of drowning the shamrock. On St. Patrick's Day in the olden days, men used to put a shamrock leaf in the last drink of the day. And for good luck, either throw it over their left shoulder after they had consumed the drink, of course, or actually drink the shamrock leaf. But again, it was just for good luck.
Thanks for joining us, Dick, and a happy St. Patrick's Day to you all.
This has been a public affairs presentation of WXMI TV 17.
Joined the British Army. My man is 6 foot tall, he's 6 foot tall, he's 6 foot tall. My man is 6 foot tall, he likes his sugar candy. Goes to bed at 6 o'clock, goes to bed at 6 o'clock, goes to bed at 6 o'clock. He's lazy, fat and bandy. Some say the devil is dead, the devil is dead, the devil is dead. Some say the devil is dead and buried in Killarney. More say rose again. Oh, say he rose again. Oh, say he rose again. And joined the British Army. The wife, she has the hairy thing, a hairy thing, a hairy thing. The wife, she has a hairy thing. She showed it to me on Sunday. She bought it in a furrier shop. Bought it in a furrier shop. Bought it in a furrier shop. It's going back on Monday. Some say the devil is dead, the devil is dead, the devil is dead. Some say the devil is dead and buried in Killarney. Oh, say he rose again. Oh, say he rose again. Oh, say he rose again and joined the British Army.
The United States has been called the melting pot of the world, and that rings especially true at Christmas time. Today we're going to take a look at how the Irish spend their Christmas. Tell me about some of the traditions you have.
Well, basically, Cheryl, in Ireland, Christmas is a season, not a day celebration. It's the most important day of the year, or the most important festival of the year. Everybody thinks St. Patrick's Day is the most important, and while it is important with its penitent nature, it doesn't compare to the festivity and the way the Irish celebrate Christmas. That's the big thing in Ireland. They celebrate it as most other Christian countries do. The traditions are similar to the other Christian countries. Christmas trees, the exchange of gifts, that kind of thing. The candle in the window, Ireland was one of the originating countries that started that. One thing I got to get in before this is over, though, is I want to wish everybody out there Merry Christmas in Irish. And that goes Nolag Hana Guth.
Tell me about some of the Irish foods they have at Christmas time.
Okay, Christmas is the most important meal of the year, the Christmas meal. They may have a roast goose, there's plum pudding, there's the scones, Irish soda bread, maybe a brambrack, a tea brack, brown breads. One of our favorites out of the Christmas meal is the Irish brambrack. It's similar to a fruitcake, but not really. It's very good. Families all come together. It's just a big celebration, very important meal of the year.
And if you'd like that recipe for Irish brambrack, you can send us a self-addressed stamped envelope, and we'll get that recipe out to you in time for Christmas. We're back with more Christmas traditions. Today we're going to talk about how the Polish spend their Christmas. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your traditions?
Among Poles, everywhere, the most beautiful and beloved tradition is that of Christmas Eve, or the Vigilia. And the family gathers at the table when the first star appears in the eastern sky. And before sitting down to the table, all members of the household share in the traditional wafer, the opłatek, which is a symbol of love. And in a Polish home, no one approaches the Christmas Eve table without forgiving, forgetting, and wishing everyone well. From there, we have our meatless supper, and an extra place is always set at the table for a lonely stranger or for loved ones who are far away but who will join their family in spirit. And after the supper, an old Christmas carol, Polish Christmas carol, a kolenda is sung, and Christmas gifts are exchanged, and then it's time to go on to the Shepherd's Mass, the Midnight Mass as we call it here. And with that, we wish you all Wesołych Świąt.